I told you to put on 10 pounds.
Good evening, everyone. This is quite the evening. I'm just blown away. I would like to introduce my wife, Bess Watts. Her pronouns are she, her.
This is my wife, Ann Tischer. Her pronouns are she, her, and the till of my hun.
Bess and I would like to thank the Human Rights Campaign for the Equality Advocate Award. It's especially gratifying to be so honored in the company of all the activists in this room. Each person in this room has created change in their own way, with a petition, with checkbooks, with rally signs. We are in good company here tonight. Bess and I count ourselves blessed to have been useful to the LGBT community over the past 20 years. Of course, everything changes with time. Bess and I used to be the in the streets activists, and now we are in the chairs activists. Actually, we started as accidental activists. I needed health insurance. Bess's employer, Monroe County, kept saying no to domestic partner benefits. With every no, we became more resolute and tried something new. It turns out that organizing is a learned skill. The third time we spoke in the county legislature, Harry Bronson reached out to mentor us. My memory is, he said, "Girls, are you serious about this? Do you know what you're doing?" He claims not, but he mentored us for years. And he said we had to become part of the power structure. He hooked Bess up with Tom Privateer and a chapter of Pride at Work. AFL-CIO was born. This was a great idea because Bess had been told to her face there were no gays in the unions. Now, we had no special skills or natural aptitude for this work. Frankly, we were annoyed that we were all we had to work with. But we were passionate. Our mantra became don't give up, don't give in, and don't go away.
Yes.
We learned that progress comes with changing hearts and minds and creating allies. It is all about relationship building. Are you stepping on my foot? As a union president and an out lesbian in a non-inclusive environment, I had plenty of remedial work to do to create a safe environment for the LGBTQ plus workers. As part of the Rochester Labor Council, I had a platform to educate my fellow blue-collar workers, and I drank beer with union guys for 2 years, just getting them used to the word gay. But don't underestimate the value of drinking a beer drinking campaign. After a while, a union member, a burly snowplow driver, nervously approached me and quietly said, "My wife's son is gay." And I looked at him puzzled and I said, "You mean your stepson?" He said, "Yeah, my stepson." And I said, "Well, what is your boy taking in college?" And he said, "Interior design." And I said, "Oh, he's really gay." The guy burst into laughter, and a barrier of shame and judgment fell away. It was one of the proudest moments that he was finally able to talk freely about how proud he was of his son and the love he had for him.
This, of course, happened because Bess was visible. Early on, we consciously became champions of visibility. We used sign making and photography to generate allies. We supported every organization we could. These allies showed up later when we needed them for legislation. We learned that action is what matters. Have a plan and keep moving. When HRC came to Western New York to help with the marriage movement, David Turley, James Bragg, and Aaron Doyle asked, "What do you need?" I responded, 36 clipboards and a case of paper. The Equality Rochester Group, a coalition with HRC, Marriage Equality New York, Metro Justice, Pride at Work, and Empire State Pride Agenda. HRC set up a phone bank, and we hit the streets with our clipboards. We generated thousands of letters and phone calls. Senator Alisi's staff said they had never seen such intensive lobbying. We took his pastor to lobby with us. Of course, he was the first Republican legislator to publicly come out for marriage equality. So all it took for marriage equality was us, HRC, Harry Bronson, the governor, and 10,000 other activists. But we're keeping this award.
Are you telling me what to do? Along the way, people can tell we're married. Along the way, we've had remarkable mentors and colleagues, people who showed up exactly when we needed them. Scott Fearing, Todd Plank, Courtney and Denise Finnerty, Pam Bars, Judy Johnson, and Marianne Sanford, labor activist Linda Donahue, and Jim Bertolone. Carolee Conklin and Bill Malley are very special in our hearts as strong allies. Thank you all. Activism is a difficult commitment to make. You have to get over your own fears, insecurities, and it takes sacrifice, and you're always on call. When the baby is crying, you gotta get up and take care of the baby. Oftentimes, we hated that damn baby. House and yard maintenance gets postponed. Friends get sidelined for years. Isn't that right, Karen and Renee?
But organizing opens doors to experiences and awakenings that wouldn't happen otherwise. You find out what you are made of. Do you have the courage to be a lone voice of protest? Are you a healer for a broken world? Ultimately, activism becomes a love language you share with the world. Beautiful things happen with activism. When the Out Alliance collapsed during the COVID pandemic, taking the senior program with it, I and other former volunteers united to create a new nonprofit, Rainbow Seniors Rock. Today, Amy Doohan, Audette Price, Denny Halapka, and our board under Beth Bloom support Rochester's LGBT older adults, many of whom were the early activists that we now stand on shoulders from. Okay. Another beautiful thing that happened, I got to give an 80-year-old veteran who was dishonorably charged from the military for being gay an upgrade to honorable status. Beautiful things happen with activism.
You get to see Monroe County Executive Adam Bello sponsor Pride celebrations after LGBTQ+ people were snubbed and ignored for decades. There is now inclusive language in Monroe County contracts. The Teamsters truck appears in the Pride Parade. You associate with the most incredible and inspiring people, young people who are traveling the same path as we did, learning as they go, finding mentors, and unexpected allies to help. They are breaking rules, demanding justice, and having strength they never knew they had. It's hopeful, and we think the world is in good hands. Of course, there will always be more work to be done for social justice, so what's next? Thank you so much for inviting us and presenting us with this award. It means the world to us, and I love our people.
Please welcome back